Morning, guys. So, it is the morning of a half marathon that I'm doing. I'm doing the Scotiabank Toronto. I'm doing the Scotiabank Toronto half marathon this morning, and to be honest, it's more of a mental event than it is a physical one because I haven't trained for this, and um, there's something to be said about that because there's just been a lot of excuses on my end and just busy year and whatever else I can say for myself. And I'm usually a lot better than this in terms of respecting the event I'm doing. I've not trained for a couple of triathlons earlier this year, and now I haven't trained for this half marathon. And by haven't trained, I mean I've gone on 4 runs maybe, and none of them were to the length they needed to be for proper training. So it's going to be interesting. Am I worried? No, because I know how to, understand my body and take breaks if I need to. But am I anxious and a little nervous? Yeah, because it's going to be an interesting experience. Like I said, haven't trained, so we can only see what's going to happen. However, one of the reasons I didn't back out is, the money. I did spend a little bit of money to do this, so I should follow through on it. But more importantly, I'm making sure to follow up on telling my brain that I'm in charge and not letting the little voice saying, oh, you haven't trained and you're not going to complete it and you're not going to do a good time. I'm telling that voice to be quiet because everyone's got that voice. And I think every time you tell that voice that you're in charge and you're not going to quit and, persevere and, consistent, if you stay consistent with it, that voice eventually just goes on mute. You don't hear it anymore because you're in control. So this is just one of those moments where I can tell the little voice that, no, I'm still going to do the half marathon, even though I'm not going to train for it, and I'm still going to try my hardest. So, I guess I'm just stalling because I don't want to get in the car and drive down there, but it's time, so we got to go. See you down there.
And just before we get our opening ceremonies off and rolling, keep smiling, keep running, and we'll look forward to welcoming you across the finish line.
Hey guys, so quick update. Just passed marker 13 kilometers, so I'm getting to the point where 2/3 of the half marathon I'm running is over. I ran the first 8, which is collectively more than I've ever ran this entire summer, which is, I guess, in a small way, a victory of itself. But anyways, I've walked a couple, ran a couple, run a couple. It's been on and off. I'm just trying to managing my muscles and the pain, making sure I don't hurt myself, push too hard. Still gotta go to work. Anyways, I'm gonna walk until the 14th kilometer and see if I can finish off strong with the last 7 or so. So for now, it's been good. Learned a lot. Training for these things is obviously very important, and I would never do this without training ever again. Lesson learned. Pride in check. Anyway, till the finish line. Check in later. Bye. Finished. Just under 3 hours, no training. Brutal, but worth it. Hey everyone, I'm back in my room now. Finally got home. Let me tell you something. Driving after running half a marathon is tough on the legs. They don't like to sit still after you've kind of worked them out so hard. But hell of an experience. Things I've learned. Stretch a lot. Stretch some more, and when you think you're done stretching, stretch again. So I'm obviously going to be implementing a lot of stretching for the rest of the day, probably tomorrow as well. Drinking a lot of fluids. When I think I've had too much water, I just wait and then I drink some more. So recovery is going to be an interesting experience for me, but all in all, it was a great time. The second half of the race was quite exhausting. My legs and my knees, specifically the joints, were starting to feel it, so I decided to try and be a little smart with the given circumstance of running a half marathon with no training. Anyways, I decided when I got to the 15 kilometer mark, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to run one and then walk one. Run 1 kilometer, walk 1 kilometer. And then I got to the last water station around the 18th kilometer, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to finish strong, and I'm just going to march it out and do my best run I can. And my overall time was 2 hours and 34 minutes, so I'm very happy with that. 1, because I finished it. 2, because I didn't get hurt. And 3, because overall my goal was to do it around 2 hours or 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's what I signed up to do. But to know that I did it in 2 hours and 34 minutes and I didn't train nearly as much as I should have, and that's on me, and no excuses, I should have done the training. But anyways, it was a beautiful run, gorgeous, great crowd, so much support from all the fans along the side, and all the volunteers. Is just amazing to know that so many people are out there supporting you and cheering you on and hoping you finish. So it was pretty good. It was a pretty good experience. I'm definitely looking forward to doing some more in the future, and I'll probably train a little differently. But until then, I will say I'll catch you guys in the next one, and stay healthy.